And this is the And Go podcast with Top 10 Tuesday. This week, we're going to cover the top 10 best characters in Star Trek. And go, guys.
Mike, I know you had an early favorite. Why don't you throw it out there?
One letter, Q.
Absolutely.
Two letters, BS.
How dare you? It was fun. Got a lot of the captains out of a jam. With the exception of the original series, I guess he never showed up in an Enterprise, did he? But showed up in 3.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, for my money, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, best, I guess, villain / anti-hero character, yeah.
Fun little storylines with his son and his ex-wife and all that.
What about Hot Spock? That's what I call the chick from Enterprise. I never watched it enough, but I want to just throw Hot Spock on for consideration. Whatever her name was, she was like Spock, but much, much more attractive.
Spock with boobs, right?
What's her name?
T'Pol?
Like, I'm appalled?
Yeah, I think the actress was appalled with the outfit she had to wear in that series. I hear
Probably.
in an interview. Sex appeal.
Everything she wore was, like, painted on. Enterprise just did not try to hide it at all. They always had them in their underwear, for both men and women, at any point. They're like, how can we get them into their underwear in this episode, right?
She is pretty hot.
Okay, for my real pick, I'll go with Data. I like Data as a character.
Bastard. That was my first pick, was Data.
Well, go with your second pick, which we know is going to be Picard.
I mean, he's on my list, so we'll go ahead and throw Picard out there.
Solid choices so far. I mean, Data is going to be hard to beat, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel like Data is going to be my number one.
I like the odd characters, so... I don't know, from Deep Space Nine, who was better, Odo or Quark?
Quark. Quark was on my list. Odo was cool too, but I don't know, he got kind of tiresome after a while.
He did, but...
Just a stick in the mud. All right, I'll put Quark on there. I like Garrick as well.
Yeah.
Garrick, his brother?
No, that was Rom. Garrick was the tailor.
Yeah, the Cardassian tailor. Okay,
yeah. Ex-spy.
Mm-hmm. Tinker Tailor, Garrick Spy.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah.
Thank you.
I also liked Bashir and O'Brien's little bromance there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for Jadzia, do we count Ezri and Dax as one person?
I mean, you could just say Dax, and that covers both of them.
Yeah, I might do that.
I like the initial concept. I have to put Worf on just because he got the most screen time.
Another one that's going to be hard to argue against.
Mm-hmm.
He was both on Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. Same with O'Brien, but O'Brien was a little bit of a stick in the mud.
He's a bit of a side character.
Yeah.
Wolf, or main storylines, I thought.
Well, O'Brien got more screen time in Deep Space Nine, but it was still...
Because he was white!
Oh! Let's not bring this up.
I'm just kidding.
The doctor from Voyager, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking any picks from Voyager. Neelix was okay, but
Fuck
comical
Neelix.
character.
So you're one of those,
hated
Mike,
Neelix.
huh? Yeah.
Yes.
You love or hate him. I like Neelix, but yeah, I know there's a lot of Neelix hate.
Yeah, that is the way it goes, though. No one is just like kind of in between on Neelix. When I was younger, I really liked Tom Paris, but the older I got, the more I
Hated
didn't
him?
like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I hated him, but
Yeah,
was an
I
ass.
agree with that. Liked him at first.
Through
yeah.
and through.
I think he was miscast. I don't think he really played up that kind of bad boy of Voyager thing too well, in my opinion.
Yeah, Voyager.
What about...
Voyager had a good cast all around, but they more played off of each other. It was more their dynamic. There was no standout. Also got to go with Geordi.
Yeah, Geordi's on my list as well.
A lot of Next Generation characters are going to pop up.
Go back to Enterprise. I like Trip and
Was he the
Phlox.
mechanic?
Yeah, the engineer and Phlox, the doctor. They're both, I think, some of the best characters on the show.
Are none of us going to put anyone from the original Star Trek on? I mean, I want to put McCoy on, but no.
I would say Scotty, probably, especially if you're talking about including the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So Scotty was one of my favorites later years.
And I want to say, Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know. The song from Road Trip. He doesn't know.
Euro Trip.
That was Euro Trip? Sorry. They all blend
Don't-
together.
Don't get your 90s road trip movies confused, okay, Brian?
Sorry.
Okay, Brian! Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of experience with the original cast anyway. But Scotty was the most interesting to me.
I mean, I
Spock.
know everyone likes Spock, but I don't know. Watching the original series, Spock was a dick. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You fight me, at me. Spock was a dick. Like, until he got to the movies, then they developed his character more and explored his like human side. In the show, he was he's just always a jerk to everyone. He's like that quintessential annoying nerd that's always like, well, actually, you know.
Actually, Captain, you're a fucking... I should be in command of the ship, you bitch.
Yeah.
Go get space chlamydia. I'll run the show.
It's no wonder McCoy wanted to shank him all the time, you know.
I thought about putting Captain Sisko on here, but the whole emissary line really turned me off of the character.
Yeah, that lost me in Deep Space Nine.
I feel like we could do a top 10 most hated characters, too, from Star Trek universe.
Oh, his son would be much higher on that list. I
Jake?
hated Sisko's son.
Yeah, he was
Just
annoying.
most annoying. I mean, he was worse than Beverly's son. He who should not be named Will Weasel.
Will Wheaton?
Weasel! Goddamn jackass. Perfect as a jackass.
That might be a fun follow-up to this, though. Most hated characters.
Yeah, I like it. I really didn't like Major Kira.
Yeah.
He got annoying.
Yeah.
Bayshore!
Bayshore! Yeah.
Bayshore!
In her defense, I think she was meant to be annoying.
Oh, man,
Did a good job.
Who was I'm blanking on her name, though, the, like, religious leader of Bajor.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Let's save our bad picks for another time.
Yeah, well, we should do that follow-up.
Probably.
What about Whoopi Goldberg?
Guinan? Yeah.
Yeah, that's her
very
name.
good character.
Yeah. I don't want to stack this in Next Generation's favor, but that's the way it's looking like it's going.
Next Generation did do a good job at developing its characters. It really did.
After the first season.
Yeah.
Another one of the worst doctors is the second season doctor.
Second season doctor.
I think.
Yep. Pulaski, yep.
Everyone hated her. They hated her more
she
than
had
Will
like
Wheaton.
a serious issue with Data. I'm like, what's all that about? You know?
And she wanted to crawl into Worf's pants, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Klingon culture. Klingon, she's jungle fever doctor, I think. That's how it felt to me.
Nice.
She was also a Mary Sue, but let's not get into that.
Man, I'm just trying to think about who...
What was the name of the general, the Klingon general from Deep Space Nine that Worf like joins his family? Because he was always a pretty good character too.
Was it Martok?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Was that the one that like headbutted Data, trying to get him to prove his strength or whatever?
No, but that was a different one, I think. But yeah, that was pretty funny too. I think that was just a one-off character. Yeah.
I like future Alex.
Oh,
Worf's
his son?
son. Yeah, when he came back
okay.
in time.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a pretty I wouldn't put him on the list, but that was definitely an interesting character-defining moment. I wish you would have been harder with me.
They did his character dirty in Deep Space Nine, man. He's like grown up. Maybe he like joins that crew of the Klingon ship, and he's like the worst bumbling fool.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he like messes everything up all the time. Yeah.
Well, they turned him and basically Quark's family, his little kid, into like the bumbling duo.
His nephew.
Yeah,
Nog.
Nog.
I actually like Nog. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, Nog was cool. The actor that played him died, and
Yeah.
they posthumously made him the first Ferengi captain in the lore.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because I know I think he was either close or was a captain when they did that time travel thing with Jake. When Jake's like an old man and he's a writer, and the whole thing like dragging Cisco through time and all that kind of thing, because when that explosion happens in the warp core or whatever, they thought he was dead, but it was a storyline they did. But I think in that storyline, Nog had become a captain.
So, Bill, as someone who's watched the CBS All Access, are you going to throw any of them on?
No.
Damn.
Picard, I think, is about to... You know what? I haven't really brought myself to watch Discovery any more than like the first 2 or 3 episodes yet.
I can't do it because of alleged plagiarism. No, it's just the plagiarism claims along with...
Oh, yeah, that I wasn't
what
aware
I hear
of,
about the story. There's several claims. I mean, it's not direct plagiarism. Well, one case is, but then people are like, it has a very eerily similar plot line to The Expanse, or maybe a video game of a similar name.
Oh, well, I've watched a good part of The Expanse, so I have to keep an eye out for that.
That's just what I hear. But one thing just seems very blatant rip off. Plus, the story doesn't sound that interesting to me.
It's kind of slow moving, too dark, too boring. I don't know. And the whole thing with the Klingons, I was just like...
We're not going to put 7 of 9 on this list? Or anyone else? No Janeway? I don't know. Oh, Harry
Kim?
Harry Kim, yeah. I was forgetting his name. I liked him on Voyager.
Yeah, he was all right.
He was just so whiny.
Yeah, I guess he shouldn't be on the list, but definitely should mention him. He was a cool character. Also, Kes was pretty good. I got really mad when they got rid of Kes. I think I stopped watching the show after they got rid of Kes.
Voyager was not really good in terms of character development.
Which is surprising considering the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blanking on a lot of them names. The first captain, the Marquis. There was
Chakotay,
and there was also the half, I want to say half warp,
Tuvok?
half Klingon. No, Tuvok was sort of a lame.
Yeah.
B'Elanna Torres.
Yeah.
She was all right.
She was annoying.
All the Vulcans after all the Vulcans periods sort of annoyed me because they were all based on Spock. And Spock, as you said, until the movies, he really didn't have much of a personality, and they didn't explore that at all. And Next Generation really did not deal with the Klingons. I meant the Vulcans. They had the actress from the first season, the chief of security, come back as a Romulan, like her daughter.
Yeah.
That was an interesting...
Tasha Yar's daughter, yeah.
Yep. That was weird.
I mean, we could hypothetically put Janeway on here. I didn't hate her, except for a couple episodes where I did hate her. Yeah, at moments I really didn't like her, to be honest.
Just her moralistic decisions.
I think my favorite episode, maybe of the entire franchise, at least in the top 3, it was the kind of comic relief episode where the Doctor uploads himself into 7 of 9 when they're imprisoned or something.
I like it when the Doctor basically went to the relay and talked to the guy I'd like to refer to as Broccoli.
Oh, Barkley?
Barkley.
Yeah. That was like a joke, right? They called him Broccoli behind his back, yeah.
Because he was a neurotic guy. I think that was one of the best dynamics.
I mean, Will Riker's been one of my favorites as well, so I know we're going pretty heavy on.
Yeah, he was a great character. Just brash, and I love the poker scenes.
Yeah, I think it was served better having the, like, quote-unquote Captain Kirk character as the second in command, right? Because it just played better.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Because he could be a little bit more, like, fast and loose with the rules and other shit, where Picard seemed to have more of an authoritative, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like command, presence to him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because you would expect the flagship of the fleet, of this Federation of Worlds to be a little bit more controlled and serious. Yeah, yeah. Which I think Picard had the perfect balance of, where it's the superior starship captain.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Although, how many times can a captain blow up his ship before you start questioning whether or not you should give the keys to someone else?
What letter are we on now? Oh, we got plenty of the alphabet left.
I think that was a line in one of them, right? Like,
It might have, yeah.
they were abandoning the Enterprise E or something. Plenty of letters in the alphabet. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, I see that as sort of the after the series went over, and I think that was the new track taking over. It's called Spy Track, Adventure Track. I think that ramped towards the action model.
Lens flare trick.
So Kirk went through 2, and then there was like 1 or 2 in between them, timeline wise, and then Picard went through 2, I think.
Wasn't that the movies though? They had to ramp it up for the movies. Yeah. Bigger, better with a better budget. Why blow it up though? Because we can, and make it newer, faster, stronger. It's like the Bionic Man or the $50 million man, whatever he was.
I really think that's the reason, is because they're like, well, we want to like have an updated design, have different weaponry. So they're like, what do we do with that? So they're like, well, let's just wreck it and then have to rebuild it,
Yeah.
See, my favorite Next Generation movie was definitely First Contact, and that didn't even really involve the ship.
Yeah. I watched it again a couple weeks ago.
When I was originally thinking of doing top 10 Star Trek series / movies, that was probably the only Next Generation movie that I would consider for such
like
a
top
list.
3 for me. It's like right up there with like, I don't know, Voyage Home, Wrath of Khan, and
yeah, but we should not pad out this. Any more characters? Well,
I mean, should we count? Would Kirk from the reboot and original Kirk be 2 separate characters?
yes.
I
Different
think so.
actors, different timelines. I still wouldn't go with either one of the Kirks.
Well, I like
They were a little
reboot
bit better.
McCoy.
Okay.
Yeah. I liked reboot Scotty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just put Scotty on as a
We
combination.
got Scotty and reboot Scotty.
Yeah. We could combo them back up, but
Yeah, I'll put him separate for now.
in any universe, he's a good character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Testament to Scotty. That might kind of make him the best.
No, it's just my favorite was in the movies with the way they portrayed Scotty, with him like talking to the computer and then like picking up the mouse and like computer, because they didn't really utilize him a lot in the show. But once you get to the movies, I really feel like they did a good job at developing the characters.
Sure.
It's just kind of confusing because they figure in a series they'd have more time, but it seems like the movies do a better job with the original series.
Well,
because Kirk becomes more interesting too.
I thought he was great in the Generations or whatever. Sorry to cut you off, Brian, but I thought Kirk in Generations or whatever that movie was called was really good. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say Gene Roddenberry, I don't think he was the genius everyone makes him out to be. He came up with a really good concept, but look at what really propelled the series, Next Generation, when his hands were off the rein. He had the first season.
It's the George Lucas thing all over again. You create a universe, have a really good idea, and conceptualize it. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I think it's a lot of times it's hard for these creators to really work that part out.
Yeah, not going to argue with that. This is why Next Generation.
I'm not even going to make any more comparisons because I know last time you got mad, when I compared you to George Lucas.
No, that's fine.
Took offense to it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I shouldn't take offense to that, but we're burning time here. Any more characters?
The Borg Collective, is that one character?
No. If you want to use the Hive Queen, that might be
Queen!
a good pick.
No.
Okay.
She wasn't that great of a character by herself. It's okay, but
Paired with Data that one episode, but that comes back to Data.
I feel like we're missing
Lore?
a couple of people here, but
Gul Dukat?
I don't want to put Dukat. He was a good character, but I do not want to put him on.
I think we've covered most of Deep Space Nine. I'm trying to think. Is there any like standout, like one or two episode characters that you're like, oh man, you know?
Mm-hmm. Ambassador Wayoon, the guy that kept getting cloned in Deep Space Nine. I know we said we.
Oh, Commander Shran, same actor, but Shran, the Andorian blue dude, antennas from Enterprise. He was a really good character.
Okay, I don't know him, but I'll put him on.
Have you guys not seen Enterprise?
I watched the first 3 episodes. Then, no.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I've seen a handful. Parts of it looked really good.
Once it gets going, it actually is. To me, it ranks above some of the other shows, but second season's the
first
best.
few episodes, just like, okay, it's just more Star Trek but dumber. That was after Voyager, I believe. And
they really try to play up the whole like it's mankind's first foray into space kind of thing a lot. But once they get kind of past that in that first season, once you get into that second season, it's actually pretty good. It kind of falls off toward the end of the series, but yeah, there's actually some pretty good episodes in there.
Okay.
Move on to the rankings.
Yeah, if we think of anybody else, we can always throw them in. Let's start ranking them.
Do you want me to read out the list, or do you have anyone that you want to early seed?
Personally, I think early number 1's Data.
Not gonna argue.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. All right, Data early number 1. Q is an early number 2, or Picard.
I think Q over Picard.
Q is a really good character.
Okay, and
but, yeah,
personally,
but Picard is up there too. So
personally, Star Trek Picard sort of put the character Picard a little down, in my opinion.
Although I don't think, as a character, he was bad in Picard. It was the stuff around him, because he really didn't change his character too much. He was just older.
Yeah. I still will put Q just because he's a fun, villainous type character over.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'll leave it in your hands, Bill.
We can go with Q. That's fine.
Data, Q, then Picard.
I know that was an early front runner for you too, Mike, right?
Yeah, but I could be talked out of it.
Yeah, no. Picard is 3 then.
Yeah. And, I mean, just off the top of my head, I kind of want to go... I would like Garrick to be on the list somewhere, but I kind of want to go like Worf and then the EMH.
Yeah.
Round out.
I was thinking, the Doctor up here in the top 5.
Yeah.
He really carried Voyager for me.
A little bit, yeah. But I do think Worf goes above him.
Okay.
Just in terms of, I thought he was an interesting character between having a half Klingon son and being involved. You know, he always had the split between, you know, the viewer always questioned where his allegiance was, to the Empire, to the Federation.
He brings in like a lot more like depth of culture into 2 of the shows. I mean, because I feel like without Worf as that bridge, you don't really get a lot of glimpse into the Klingon culture. You know what I mean? Like they really do use him as an avenue for that, and I think it works out well in Deep Space Nine because they explore it even more. So yeah, I'd agree with that.
Brian, you cool with that? Worf and then the EMH?
No complaints.
All right, burning right through them. So that puts us through 5. I can read off some of the others.
Guinan should make the list, actually, somewhere.
Let's put her at number 10. We generally put a 10 spot. I want to put her higher, but she was a side character.
Sometimes those are the best characters, though.
Sometimes,
you don't get bogged down with them having to be involved in every plot line, you know?
Like Lieutenant Broccoli.
Yeah.
We should honorable mention him.
Sure, I can do that.
Just because of his work on Voyager and not Deep Space Nine. He probably was on Deep Space Nine. I sort of want to go with someone from Deep Space Nine next.
Can I just throw something out there real quick? How does Andy Dick keep showing up in all these shows? Like, he was in Voyager, has a prototype EMH they found on another ship.
I remember that.
Does he keep landing these
roles?
roles?
Replace me with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
How does he get any work at all, Andy Dick?
And then Bashir was going to be the new EMH.
Bashir.
Anyway, what were we talking about? All right, so Guinan at number 10.
So who do you think best represents Deep Space Nine? Bashir?
Garrick.
I like Quark, actually.
I'm thinking Quark or Bashir.
Bashir was a good character. He'd honorable mention, but it's weird because Bashir, you kind of have to have O'Brien mixed in there, or Garrick, one or the other.
Or Dax.
Because he worked better in like the pair,
Yeah.
the buddy, type of thing. But
Yeah, Solo. He didn't really do the Solo thing very well.
I think Quark kind of embodies Deep Space Nine in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of talked me into it. I'm gonna combo Bashir, Dax, and O'Brien because they had a little click,
Yeah, that's true.
Because like Bashir and Dax dated for a while, and then Bashir was dating Ezri.
Yeah.
And then the three of them were friends. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and combo them. In honorable mention, unless we want to move them to the main list.
Yeah, I think honorable mention's a good spot for them. Yeah.
As a trio. Best
Any love for my main
forever.
Garrick? Do you want to drop him to? I put Quark at number 9. Do we want to drop Garrick to honorable mention?
I think so. He's a great character, but I don't know if he makes the top 10.
Yeah, I really like him. I keep meaning to go back and watch the full series, but I don't know. It just kind of sounds daunting to sit down and watch 5 seasons of something or whatever.
It's kind of one of those things where I've watched through most of them at least twice, but it just put it on the background the second time. If you're doing something, working on something on the laptop, throw it on the TV behind you.
That's a good idea. I might do that this week at work.
You're still working.
I mean,
from
for those
home,
of
Mike.
for the coworkers watching, my full attention will be on work, and I'll be working really hard, but I might just have something on in the background. So,
Nice
Stimulate
save,
the
Mike.
mind.
Do any of your coworkers listen to our podcast?
probably not.
Okay.
But my boss is Facebook friends with me, so she may see the shared videos.
Okay. Got it.
There might be a lot of honorable mentions here. I might just drop Nog from the list.
Yeah.
altogether.
Probably.
Yeah.
Good character in theory, but not utilized.
Scotty at number 6 would make sense to me.
Yeah. A combo, Scotty.
Yeah.
Combo Scotty.
Yeah.
Combo Scotty.
Combo.
Wombo
Fatality,
combo, Scotty.
Scotty doesn't know.
Riker at number 7?
Okay.
Or Riker above Scotty?
No.
No.
I don't know. That's a tough one. But I think you should make the list, Riker.
Yeah. I think because there are 2 iterations of Scotty and we like them both.
Did we
That
put
might
Worf
give him
on
slight edge.
already?
Yeah, Worf is number 4.
Okay, I thought so. I'm like, I want to put Geordi also, but no, let's not.
We could.
Anyone from
character.
Enterprise going to make it, or?
Well, I put
Hot Spock, maybe?
to poll. She can
Honorable
dip
mention.
my
I don't
poll.
know. Yeah. I would say
Scott
Trip.
Bale.
Trip or Phlox would be the doctor. One or the other.
Would you put them above Quark and Guinan,
Maybe above Guinan.
but not
Just
above
because
Quark?
you don't see a lot of Guinan, but not above Quark.
So bump Quark to 8 and put Phlox or Trip at number 9.
I don't know. I guess you guys haven't seen.
I mean, I remember Trip vaguely from the little bit I did see. Seemed pretty cool. Kind of a rough and tumble engineer type, right?
Yeah. That's kind of the deal. And then Phlox was kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of like if you took the EMH doctor and Neelix and put them together. That's really the character
Interesting.
you got.
That sounds
So kind of
horrible.
snarky?
That's
Snarky but lovable?
horrible.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. It's kind of like,
Still sounds horrible to me.
I don't know.
Neelix and-
More of a
That sounds
complex
cool.
character. Yeah.
You kind of sold me a complex if you want to.
Yeah.
Phlox seed oil.
Geordi, I think, deserves to make the list. If we got one spot left, I don't know.
We do not. We have Guinan, Phlox, Quark, Riker, Combo Scotty, EMH, Worf, Picard, Q, Data.
Just honorable mention, Geordi.
I mean, maybe
Unless
honorable
you want
mention.
to bump Phlox back off for Geordi, what are your all's thoughts?
We don't know too much about that, so
Well, that's what I'm saying. What are your all's thoughts?
I mean, I did like Guinan as a character. Kind of added a good element to the show. But better character. I mean, she might be a better character than Scotty or than Geordi, even though Geordi has more moments. You know, I don't know. Phlox, I don't know anything about. Quark, I really like. I'd like to see Quark in the list somewhere. To be honest, Combo Scotty, I feel like is required to be on there at this point. But there might be a case to bump Guinan into honorable mention and put Geordi in. I don't know. I don't know enough about Phlox to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since you guys don't know anything about Phlox, we can put him in honorable mention. But if you want Geordi on the list instead,
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So we're gonna get rid of Shran. We dropped Nog already. I'm gonna drop Trip. DePaul, I think we just gonna put on there. Geordi and Quark, we already got. I tried to find the general. It was Kava or Kern. I'm not sure which of the two. But since we don't know the name, obviously.
yeah, we can drop.
Not good enough! And for honorable mentions, I have Kim with a question mark, Janeway, Broccoli, Bashir, O'Brien, Dax, Garrick, and Phlox.
I think Kim can go. We'll drop Kim.
Yeah, he can go fuck off and practice his clarinet.
To me, you could probably drop Janeway too.
Yeah.
I don't know what your all's thoughts are, but
Brian?
Mixed bag. Yeah, we can drop her.
Because sometimes she's a really good captain, and then other times you're just like, what? Decisions just didn't make any sense half the time.
I will say the last season, I thought she was really good.
Yeah.
I also really liked Future Janeway.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, the last episode, Future Janeway, you talking about?
Yeah.
But
Fuck the space-time continuum.
if we're leaving Broccoli on, I'm going to leave Janeway. Just make sure I counted correctly. 2, 4, 6,
8. Who do we appreciate?
So who do we have left that we need to bump off honorable mentions?
So Janeway, Broccoli, Bashir, O'Brien, Dax, Garrick, and Phlox are who we have in honorable mentions now, which I think is fine.
Okay. Then I think we got our list.
5 slots.
We're not missing anybody? Nothing somebody's going to super rage about?
No.
I feel like people are going to be very upset that Spock didn't even touch our list. It's like
Spock.
The quintessential everybody's favorite Spock, you know?
It's because everyone wishes that they were logical like a Vulcan.
I think
not.
Spock as an ambassador was better, like from Next Generation. I think Spock from the movies was halfway decent. But man, not from the show.
I was just worried about the Spock from the movies trying to steal people's brains. Too much heroes.
Yeah. The reboot Spock was even worse, in my opinion. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's what I was talking about. The reboot Spock.
I like that actor, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I wasn't upset about who they chose, who they casted, but the character, the way it was written, was even worse.
I thought Chris Pine's Kirk was a better Kirk.
For the show, yeah. I liked Kirk once they got into the movies.
Sure.
By Wrath of Khan, I think they had made him a better character.
All the characters in the original were rather one-dimensional.
Yeah.
BBM Top 10 Tuesday. BBM Top 10 Tuesday. That's the best Star Trek characters. What'd you think? Do you like that?
I like it.
Okay. Coming in at number 10, Guinan. Hey, Kirk. You want some
Alcohol.
Alcohol
Why
advice?
Kirk?
Anything?
Picard.
Oh, did I say Kirk?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Picard. Get drunk with me and have fun. Let's go to the holodeck and
Let's go watch The
do
View.
something I don't understand.
Data, do you really want to be human?
Number 9, Geordi.
I wish I had a girlfriend. Technical
Geordi,
stuff.
not
Beep,
Michael.
beep, boop.
Oh, technical stuff.
All this
No, he
technology
hadn't-
and they can't
he
fix my
hadn't-
eyes.
He had no luck with women.
Forever alone. Yeah.
Number 8, Cork. Latinum. Rules of acquisition.
Yo, Negus.
Yeah. Moogie.
Yeah.
Go play some Dabo. I got some bars of Latinum on the house for you. Number 7, Riker.
He
Just
grew
shit-eating
the
grin.
beer.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
grew
say
the beard for
grew
the
the
show.
beard. Yeah. I'm gonna go to Risa and screw a bunch of women. Yeah, it's pretty much
yeah.
Riker. Yeah.
Riker, he may have banged a Klingon. Not sure.
Probably.
probably banged a Klingon.
He probably banged a lot of species.
Number 6, Combo Scotty. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain! Doesn't get much more iconic than that. Number 5, the EMH. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Number 4, Worf. Prune juice. Number 3, Picard. Earl Grey, hot. Number 2, Q.
Good one.
Got a few honorable mentions here. Janeway, the poor man's Picard. Broccoli, come have a chat. Bashir O'Brien Dax. Be a pretty hot threesome if I'm being. Garrick. Cardassian Taylor, soldier, spy. Phlox. He's a doctor too, don't worry about it. And the best character in all of Star Trek, according to BBM, is Data. And now a man has turned him off.
Wow, you bring that one up.
Measure of a man.
Yeah. One of the
Probably,
best episodes ever.
Absolutely. One of the best episodes of the franchise.
Yep.
Feel pretty good about that. Honestly, going into this, I had kind of, sounds weird to say because he's our number 1, I'd kind of forgotten about Data. So, I mean, as soon as you said him, I was like, oh, right, obviously.
What is it to be human? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'll stop.
Plus, I think Brett Spiner was arguably one of the best actors in any of the shows. I don't think he gets enough credit for being able to play Data in all the different, formats and things,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He played the Doctor in Lore pretty well also.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for this Top 10 Tuesday of Top 10 Best Star Trek Characters. Leave any comments wherever comments are located, and dislike because obviously our list is biased and we're horrible human beings. So, until next time, take care and goodbye.